Yo. Yo. Raymond Matthew in the house. DLC included in the house. Fox Sir J Money, my man. That shirt is dope. Thank you. My friend made me this shirt. Made me a couple of them, actually. Man, oh man, am I lucky for my friends. Eric Anderson in the house, Dr. YouTube. Yo. What up, Dr. YouTube? Good to hear you're hungry, Jay. Jay said went super hypo before meal, too. I'm almost finished with it now. Super hypo. What number is that? Is that a special form of hypo? Tell me about that, Jay. What the fuck is that noise? That's annoying. Let's see if I can fix that. Maybe. Yeah, it's a little better. Let's think of some reverb. It's probably this fan because I'm sweating my ass off because I'm fat. There we go. Let's try that. Oh boy. Let's see. We got Tom G in the house. Good afternoon. Bobby in the house. What's up, Tommy? What up, Bobby? DLC said, if you're fat, we're all obese. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Tom in the house. What up, Tom? Yeah, not fat, but I'm definitely full of food from yesterday, which is a good problem to have. So, workout went good this morning. Excuse the construction trucks. They're building DLC's home. The meal you sent me looked yummy. Yeah, it was good. It was good. What's on the menu? The rumor is Nick Walker left Kyle. So that's the bodybuilding news. Like any of us fucking care. What do you guys think about that? If you care, maybe you don't. What do you think about Nick Walker leaving Kyle Wilkes? Who's he going to hire? Mark W. in the house. What up, coach? What up, Mark? J Money. J Money says Nick Walker leaving Kyle is probably for the best. Okay. I'm guessing he's going to hire Chris Tuttle. I don't think so. Mark said he should just hire you. I wouldn't take him on. Raymond says Nick needs to get rid of his loyalty tattoo. Nah, maybe. I don't know. Just curious what you guys think about it. YouTube browse upload. Good evening, Tommy. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Nick Walker, what do you guys think? I'm curious. I'm always curious about the when a pro leaves their coach. I don't know. I always wonder Like what you guys think about that. YouTube browse upload. Do you guys have any TV series to recommend? I haven't watched TV in a long time, unfortunately. I do miss being able to sit down and watch TV. It's a lost luxury that I probably won't get back for a long time, which is okay. Which is okay. I always liked Shrinking on Apple TV. I thought that was pretty good. Um, that was the last one I really remember watching. That was like I watched it all the way through. So yeah, there's that for you. What was this week's best workout? I'll get back to you guys on the Nick Walker. We're gonna entertain YouTube browse here because he's the new one. What was this week's best workout and why? My posterior chain day last Saturday was my best workout. It's just always my best workout. Everything feels good. All the movements feel right. They just click. And then I had a good upper body day today, surprisingly. All right, back on track. YouTube, you distracted us. Russell. So I talked to an IFBB pro at my gym, said they had issues carb loading with the Retta he was taking. You don't know that that's fact. And one. And the other thing is that reason to leave your coach? Does that merit reason to leave your coach? And I'm not challenging. I'm genuinely curious what you guys think. Raymond says, I think Tuttle is turning into the flavor of the month coach. I don't agree, but I could see why you think that. And that's why Nick is being rumored to work with him. Tuttle has been good for years. Years. He's not all of a sudden Stefan. Tuttle has always been good. Always, always, always. He doesn't have social media. He's not all over the place. He is now, of course, but Tuttle's been good for so long. You should see how many NPC competitors have fucking destroyed me on stage that were coached by Tuttle. And that doesn't always like mean everything, but go look at all of Chris Tuttle's guys. The most average motherfuckers out there, all of them look good. All of them look good. He gets all of his guys' results. Everyone always focuses on who's coaching the top level IFBB pros. You need to be focusing on who's getting these average guys in really badass shape and getting them really phenomenal results. Those are good coaches. Those are good coaches, in my opinion. Chris Tuttle has been doing that for decades now. Great coach. Great coach. Bobby says, it seems like it happens a lot now. It's not new. Leaving your coach is not new. It does seem frequent because of how many occurrences we've seen. Just with the whole Jansen shit, I think that really sparked a lot of this. Mark, if it's your first time with a coach and you don't do well, I feel like he's still learning you. Well, it's not his first time with Kyle because Kyle brought him into Pittsburgh. Lee says, hey, Tommy. Hey, guys. What's up, Lee? B. Brewis. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I guess it's mainly due to how bad he missed his peak. Okay. And I can see how Nick is more than frustrated with it. I agree. Yeah, I agree with that's hard. When you follow everything that was written and it doesn't play out, that's tough. That's tough. So, like I said, I'm not taking one side or the other. I'm just kind of hearing what you guys say, and then I'm going to challenge you a little bit, and then I'll give some other views and ways to look at it. So B. Brewis says, I guess it's mainly due to how bad he missed his peak, and I can see how Nick is more than frustrated with it. Agreed, but he missed 2 Olympias. He came back and placed sixth. Guys, that's a victory. That's a victory to miss two competitions and come back and place top 6 in the world. Meanwhile, your champion, your reigning champion, Samson, dropped 4 positions. That's a major loss. You guys tell me, what's worse? Missing 2 Olympias, coming back and placing 6th, or winning the Olympia last year and now placing 4th? You tell me which is a victory and which is a loss. I'm curious. Oh, let's see. I'm way behind. That's okay. You guys keep it rolling, and I will catch up as I catch up. Guys think the next coach has some secret sauce, when in my opinion, building a good rapport and long-term relationship is the key. Yeah, I don't disagree, Ray. Especially in these sports. Bodybuilding is not a sport. Don't argue me that it's not a sport. Bodybuilding is not a sport. Guys in this sport realm of the world do think there's secrets that someone has and they're waiting to get their hands on it so they can level up. It's not there. It's not there. There's no secrets. Sorry. The magic peptide aceto 977. That's funny. I like that. J Money, I'm doing posterior Monday. Yeah, posterior workout is my favorite. It's just dialed in. I love it. Love it. Love it. Russell said, unless he had other things going on. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. Rick Turner in the house. Hi, Coach. What's up, Rick? Welcome, welcome. Dane's man in the house. What's up, boys? What up, Dane? Welcome. Bobby, I seen him a week before in the gym and he looked good. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The judges aren't in the gym. You know what I mean? Just like Samson posting his photos like whatever, 5 days after the Olympia. Look at how big Samson is. Okay, he fucked himself. He plays 4th. No one cares what you look like now, bud. The fucking prize money's already delivered. Sorry. Try again next time, bro. Tuttle is an amazing coach, says Raymond. Tom G, sometimes you have to move on. Could be an issue not being the right fit. Yeah, Tom, you're not wrong. Either coach or athlete can be the issue. Yeah, I agree. So much behind the scenes that we don't know. Huge. There could be all sorts of shit we don't know that went down. Yeah, there could be several things, you know. DLC had a good leg day this week. That's good. Bobby, all Tuttle's guys are peaked. Yeah, all of Chris Tuttle is a good coach. DLC in the house for coaching. Sometimes if things aren't clicking, I can see leaving and trying something new. Maybe. Yeah. But how long have Nick and Kyle worked together now? You know what I mean? That's food for thought. Because, yeah, maybe something's not clicking right now. What have they done 2 shows together? And the shows were how many months apart? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not picking a side. I'm just going to challenge you guys on your opinion so we can all look at like all the views. Hopefully not just the grass is greener. I don't know. He went from Jansen to Dom's super slice, back to Jansen, then to Kyle. And he's only been pro since 2020. It's 2025. And I'm not talking shit. I just want to give you guys perspective because I love Nick. I'm a huge fan of Nick Walker. So I'm just giving you guys shit to think about. Cuts is a prime example. Just worked with him and accomplished nothing. Man, that's sad. I don't know of him. I've heard of the name, I think. Maybe. I don't know of them specifically. Is it like a team or is it a person? We'll be switching to Tommy. Well, thank you, Donnie. Appreciate your trust and support. Foxer, hell no, compound fault isn't coach's fault in this case. Yeah, I don't know. Christopher in the house. Good morning, coach and crew. Welcome, welcome. Trudge forward, my man. Love James, but he has some mental health issues. Oof. Oof. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Do you love James, though? Do you? Yeah, he has some mental health issues. That's dirty, Trudge. He could. Oh, man. Samson had the loss. Okay. Samson shit the bed. Okay. People love to hate on Nick. Yeah. Samson gets some hate too. But yeah, Nick gets a lot of hate. His waist is terrible. Nah. His shape is just a little off. He was really off and prejudging. Dropping to fourth is the larger loss, says B. Brose. Brose? I'm going to keep fucking that up, so sorry, dude. Is powerlifting a sport? Fuck no, powerlifting's not a sport. It's a fucking joke, too. It's probably a bigger joke than anything, and I love it, but come on. Shut up. Was it all Kyle's plan, or was Nick involved some in his prep? We don't ever know. We don't ever know. Even, being a coach myself, I don't always know what my athletes are doing. You want to trust that they're doing, what's prescribed and things. I don't really see Nick as a guy that would be. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Yeah, Lee, it's a good point though. Was something going on in the background that Kyle wasn't aware of? It happens, guys, all the time. All the time. One of my best clients, one of my best, when I say best, I mean most dialed, doesn't miss a fucking thing. Turns out he was running all sorts of gear behind my back, and I had no idea until we got some fucked up blood work numbers. And then the truth came out, guys. And this is someone who, one, is very important to me, and two, has always followed the plan, very committed, very loyal to me. And he wanted to do a little experimenting behind my back, and I didn't know about it. And he came out because he's a good guy and told me the truth, and we hashed it out. And I said, hey, just please don't do that anymore. Please stop it. But no, we're good now. But guys, that happens. Blue collar in the house. What's up, Tommy? Just working at a desk with Jackie. Hello, Jackie. How are you, Jackie? Compete tomorrow, so enjoying 3 ounces of chicken, 3 rice cakes, and 20 grams of peanut butter. Do not spend that all in one place, Blue Collar Dave. Man, good luck to you. Today is the 24th. Dave's birthday is the 30th of October. So make sure you guys wish him a happy birthday. And good luck at your show tomorrow, man. Wow. Crazy. I'm just a few weeks behind you. So Crunchy in the house. Hello, Tommy and everyone. All right, I'm going to start blasting through these. Powerlifting is more of a sport than bodybuilding, probably. Sports are gay anyway, says Raymond. Yeah, maybe. J Money, Nick is a robot. He just followed Kyle's plan, though he talks about helping Kyle to learn his body. That needs to happen at guys of that level. Guys of that level. I don't want to hear what you guys were doing before. Sorry. Love you. It just doesn't really help me. Love you. Sports do suck. I like watching sports ball. I don't know. What is that? Anyways, Raymond, having Kyle and Nick known each other for a really long time. I don't know. I have no idea of their dynamic and relationship. No idea. Says they were good buddies for over a decade. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. They went to school together, says Brett. Okay. Smalls in the house. Good morning to those hitting chest today. Yep, that's what I did today. Chest. Yeah. J Money, Brett isn't Kyle quite a bit older than Nick? You guys are weird. What are you talking about? Smalls, if you do Incline Smith first. Oh, okay. B Bruce. All right. I will call you B Bruce. Thank you. We got that cleared up. Good. J Money, gotcha. Oh my God, you guys are still just talking shit. Trudge, I've always loved James' mindset. Okay, in hardcore nature. To leave Tuttle and he finds out from an Instagram post, yeah, that's guys. Come on. Be a grown up. It's wild. Not only that, like, it says a lot because, like, I don't know. It says a lot about James. Diesel Dave, tips on advice on skin prep care pre-competition. Yeah, you'll want to do some light exfoliating leading up to the show. Nothing like major, and you'll want to cut it out probably 2 days before tanning so you don't leave little micro scratches in the skin that the tan will then show up in. So yeah, some light exfoliating. I don't know, keeping the skin shaved and lotion and just very smooth, receptive, clean up any type of, bullshit you got going on is going to be very important. Because once that tan goes on, if you got some underlying shit, like, it's going to look like garbage. So the best look is just to, really, and tanning, you want to cut out, if you're using a tanning bed, which clearly I'm fucking not, and it's a little late for me to start, so I probably won't even bother this year. You'll want to cut the actual tanning bed out probably 4 days before the spray tan at the closest. Because if you get any sort of burn and then that shit starts flaking when you got spray tan on, it's going to look like shit. And you always follow the instructions that the company tanning leaves with you. They'll send you an email. Always follow those, and then you're always going to be safe. Jay said, how is your posterior day program? Hams are back first. Hamstrings are first. Russell said it took a month of missed check-ins, 12 days of no replies, and not replying consistently to me to leave my coach. I did really give him a shot. Yeah, Russell, I remember you telling me about that. Guys, tell us in the comments, reasons you've left your coaches and what that looked like. You don't have to name them or anything. Yeah, I'm curious, what you guys have experienced out there. Small says the worst part is what Tuttle did for him. Dude flew to France with him for days and put 9 coats of tan on him personally. Guys, good coaches have so much invested into you all. I cannot explain the level of emotional investment I have in every one of my clients. I cannot explain it, how emotionally involved you become with your clients. Their progress now is your progress. Guys, think about that. All you as athletes have to worry about, if you're not a coach, I know there's some coaches in this chat, all you as an athlete have to worry about is your own progress. Guys, add multiple people to that. Now it's not just your progress, it's all of these people's progress. That is an emotional investment, guys. When a fucking athlete leaves you without a good explanation or without even telling you, and you find out from an Instagram post, man, that is one of the worst breakups Chris Tuttle's ever going to feel. That's a married man who just got his heart broken by another man. Guys, crazy stuff. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. I feel for him. Every coach in that comment section on that video, you could see how they felt for Chris Tuttle because we've all been there and it hurts. It hurts every time. It hurt me to leave my friend Skip because I knew what it was going to feel like on his end. Guys, I dreaded that day. I still hurt from that day. You know. Anyways, Bobby, you think any benefits from getting a spray tan locally and rinsing? No. No. Don't ever fuck. No. Don't do that shit. Russell says Tommy has been amazing, no issues. I appreciate that. Brett says always gets the check-ins quick. They're not always real quick, so don't put that shit out there. But they're always within 24 hours. Promise. Even at the Olympia, I got all the check-ins done. Foxer says, so I just learned today that I find skull crushers with the power block dumbbells, they're kind of awkward. Yeah, maybe you can just hold like one like this, you know how they're a block. Maybe just hold one long ways like that and just kind of like sandwich it together. Maybe try that because like those things are weird, bro. I have the Snode, Snode. Those feel like a normal dumbbell. That's why I ended up going with those, just because of like the aesthetic, like the ergonomics of it. Right, it feels like a normal dumbbell, so I can do shit like tricep extensions, and it doesn't feel like you're holding the fucking block. You know, you're not doing tricep extensions with SpongeBob in your hand, you know? Yeah. Some of those movements are going to be awkward with some of that adjustable shit out there for sure. Home gyms have their thing, man. Yeah. Brett said, I never left the coach. Thanks, Brett. Love you too. Thank you for your trust, your commitment, your loyalty, and man, just making me look good with all your progress, honestly. Jay Money said, I'll never leave my coach for anyone else. Best coach for me. Love that guy. Yeah, man. I mean, guys. Uh-oh. What do we got? We got some shit going on. This is good. All right, let's see. Dylan in the house. What up, Dylan? Okay. Diesel Dave retracting a message. You better watch it, Dave. I'll fire your ass. Dane's man. Okay. I left the coach due to communication. Very common. I check in on Saturday and not hear back until Wednesday some weeks. Danes, let me ask you, like, you send the check-in Saturday, and by Monday, are you following back up? Let me know. I'm just curious. And felt like we were butting heads with PEDs. Okay. Diesel Dave, easy coach fix. Just hire Tommy. Thanks, Dave. Danes man, he didn't even listen to my voice note where I told him I was done for a week. I was done for a week and a half and only realized when I didn't pay him. See, that's where I'm fucking terrible because I don't know when you guys pay me or not. And then I'll reach out to you like, hey, I've been coaching you for like 5 months for free. So Could you maybe pay me? Thanks. Love ya. Um. Anyways, Russell broke up with him like I did in my 20s. Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow. Shit. Smalls, Tommy knows, but my last coach tried to rebound me with the same rebound as a super heavyweight when I was sub 200 pounds on stage. After dealing with literally pitting edema for 90 days and being told just to elevate my legs, I called it quits. Man, that was a hard one for me. When Austin came to me with these issues, guys, water retention like that is not healthy. And we should know that. And that doesn't just mean just take a hydrochlorothiazide, guys. It doesn't mean just elevate your feet. Water retention like that is not okay. It's not. Okay. So when Austin came to me, guys, he couldn't fit in his shoes. He had such bad water retention. And that was not because he binged off of shitty food after a show, guys. He went back to plan right then and there. The plan was so aggressive and not designed for him, and it was a cookie cutter copy paste plan because he saw 3 of his other friends get the same fucking one. Man, that was a tough one for me to witness because the person that prescribed that plan was someone that I considered a credible coach. So hard one for me to see. But I'm glad Austin's with me now. No water retention, and he looks great. So whatever. Bodybuilding Dave, blue collar Dave, get buffed, exfoliate body wash. Okay. Buffed. Okay. Highly recommended. Has grit in the soap. Perfect. Yeah, that's what you guys want. A little fucking lava stone in there or whatever the fuck they call it. A little bit though, remember, because you don't want to scratch the skin. So you want to exfoliate lightly. Get all that nasty shit off your dirty fucking bodies because you're all gross. Cool. Works fantastic, he said. Good. Yeah, that's good information. Buffed exfoliate body wash. You got a discount code for that, Dave? We'll get you some money in here, bro. J Money. Oh my God, Austin's story. That was the worst coach story I've ever heard. I've heard worse. But that was a bad one. And I've heard others from that same coach. Brett, if I ever left Tommy as a coach, it would be because he does nasty ass rogue pouches instead of Zims. Zims are fucking gross, dude. Zims are gross. Rogues are a luxury. Zins are the PBR of fucking nicotine pouches. It's like Ice House. This is high quality shit here. Sorry. Don't know what to tell you. I will tell you. I bought like a $13 can of Zins at the Olympia in the hotel because they didn't have any Rogue. And I didn't have time to walk to the Walgreens or whatever the fuck because we were trying to get to the night show. And I'm a drug addict and I needed my nicotine now. So I spent, I think, $13 on 20 pouches of Zen. So yeah, thanks, Zen. You really had my back there. Yeah, that's a good one, David. Skull crushers with kettlebells. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I love all tricep extensions. That's how you build fucking big, nasty, drooping triceps. I love that shit. Smalls. I'm sure you can imagine a lower back pump. Yeah. Mm-hmm. DLC said the kettlebells are the first way he's been able to do a skull crusher without pain. The kettlebell is nice, guys. John Meadows made them quite popular in bodybuilding because we always made fun of kettlebells when they first came out, right? Because they were like CrossFitty and gay. Don't love that word, but I use it sometimes. Yeah, the kettlebell. You know what else? Those fucking, not a lot of gyms have them, but they have those, whatever. I don't even know what the fuck they're called, but your whole hand goes in it. Looks like a rock'em sock'em robot fucking dumbbell thing. Those are dope. Anyways, J Money, I feel for you. He's talking to Austin about his fucking edema. Oh my god, I'm so behind. This is great though, because you guys are keeping me ranting about stupid shit. Okay. All right. You're talking about skull crushers and shit. Rick Turner did not resign with the coach because he wanted me to get way too fat. I did not resign. Oh. I did not re-sign with the coach because he wanted me to get way too fat. Oof. Yeah, no. Hopefully that's not me, Rick. I never wanted you fat, babe. Brett's just fucking talking to himself. Yeah, kettlebells for triceps, blah, blah, blah. DLC, my friend is IFBB Pro. Won't name the name. That's fine. She is in the process of leaving her current coach and is talking someone into it. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. David saying it's like talking someone into leaving an abusive relationship. Yeah. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Oh, it's Joey. What? Oh, okay. Then that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, it's not showing your name. Sorry, Joey. It's like when I forget your coach's name. Okay. Anyways, I would send the training videos every day and just get no response. I'm still friends with him, but he's a better salesman than coach. Guys, that shit's more popular than ever nowadays. Being a better salesman than you are a coach. Very popular nowadays. People are, man, damn good marketers. I, unfortunately, am not. But I'm okay with the size of my coaching business. And if I did want it to expand, then I would push marketing. But I like it to just grow organically. My rates are increasing over time. And, I don't love to have to do that. But if I want to continue to provide the level of service that I do and the amount of emotion and integrity that I put into each and every one of you, I need to I need to get paid for that service. That's understandable. And two, I can't let it grow so large that my service is not world class. I don't just want more bodies. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in helping people who are hiring me because I'm the best option for them, not because I'm the best priced option in the market. And at some point, I'm going to be too expensive where people can't justify that. And that's okay. I'm aware of that, right? Just like we are all aware that we can get a steak at Texas Roadhouse or we can go to a high-end steakhouse and the level of service is different. The steak may taste arguably the same, The level of service is different. Promise. Promise, guys. And that is what coaching is all about, is service and um you know, being there when people need you there. So, Foxer, I hate water retention in the hands. My damn hands, how they act with GH makes me think I'm sorry, I can't read. Okay, I'm not even gonna try to read that. Fox is just saying he doesn't like when his hands are fucking fat. Raymond, Ice House brings me back to college. Yeah. J Money, Zins are horrible. Thank you. $10 logs of rogues at the gas station near me, says Brett. Brett says, I need a therapist for a lot of things. Therapy's good shit, guys. Let me tell you. And the therapist's name is NPP. No, that will cause a need for a therapist. All jokes aside, does the nicotine hurt anything bodybuilding wise? Yeah, it makes me better. I always thought it could hurt gains. Why? I'm looking for something else to use money on. Do not start using nicotine if you do not use it now. Do not start using nicotine if you're not already using it. It's just a drug. Stop it. Don't add drugs that you don't need because you're looking for shit to spend money on. Go buy more Serostim. Do not spend it on nicotine, please. I've used nicotine since I was 13 years old. I don't know any fucking difference. But no, there's no evidence that it hurts gains in any way. If you can come up with some pathway and tell me about it, then let me know. But until then, I'm good. And if I can't negate the negative that nicotine causes with more gear, then I don't know what to do. Don't know what to tell you. I quit nicotine last year because I had to quit for my gyno surgery. They didn't want you using nicotine 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. And 2 weeks post surgery passed, and I'm like, well, whatever, I'll just stay off it, right? And then I just recently added it back in, I don't know, 30 weeks ago or whatever. I don't know. I don't notice any negatives besides being awesome. Foxer said I got annoyed with the power block. I ended up dragging the bench under the tower. Yeah. Yeah, those things can be awkward. Okay, these guys. Eric Anderson. Zen is bottom tier. Agreed. Thank you. Brett says vasoconstriction, so you have to cycle your pouches with EQ. EQ. Well, why would EQ cause dilation? Doesn't it make your blood thick? Isn't that what everyone cries about? Stop it. Stop it. I do, however, I don't use nicotine pre-workout. I don't. I just don't. Foxer, I don't see Tommy wanting someone to be too fat unless he wants more people to tell they are chubbers. Foxer, your rates are increasing? ? Do you have a 10-pack of annuals? Yeah. Racer in the house. What it do? My boy, how are you? Carl in the house. In regards to raising your pricing, Tommy, I understand how you feel. Guys, listen to this shit right here. If you guys don't know who Carl is, he's been my friend for over a decade. He's been okay. Yeah, I can't say too much because for some reason I'll get emotional right now. Now I'm on plenty of Arimidex, so I don't know where that comes from. But Anyways, he was the first person to ever take a chance in me. Okay, so he says this is called a feel, felt, found statement. And essentially, it's a way to relate to someone who's making a purchase, and value is perceived costs over benefit, right? So the perceived costs needs to feel lower than the amount of benefits you're going to receive from that service or product. Okay. Sales training for you guys right now. This is called a feel, felt, found statement. You can use it on your partners, right? The statement is this: I understand how you feel. I've had other clients feel the same way that you are right now. But what I found is that when people do hire me for coaching, they're in for a lifelong experience of being the best possible version of themselves. That is a feel, felt, found statement. Use it. Use it, guys. Next time someone puts up a objection or a smoke screen on a product or service you're trying to sell them, start with, I understand how you feel. I understand how you feel, Carl. Other clients have felt the same way about my recent price increase. What I have found is that now I'm able to deliver a higher level of service because of the money I've been investing in training to become a better coach. Love it. Feel, felt, found. Try it out. Try it out. Try it at your next job interview. Okay. Listen, I understand that you have budgeted $95,000 a year for this position. What I've found, I've had other interviews where, their manager was offering something similar. But what I found is if you're willing to meet me somewhere closer to what I'm asking, man, I could really 10x your amount of income within the next 2-3 years. I got to get back to work. Call says Racer. Thanks for dropping in. Rick Turner, no, it wasn't you. You're great. I was just too much of a pansy. Yeah, kind of. Love you, though. Couldn't stay compliant. Needed to get myself right. My man, honesty. Rick was a pleasure to work with. We're still friends, everything like that. My level of what I was asking from him just didn't match his lifestyle at that time, which is okay. It's okay, guys. Not everyone's the best dance partner, right? Foxer, if Tommy's coaching was a steak, A5 Wagyu. Okay. Brett, pricing increase makes a lot of sense, though. There's depths to knowledge you give by the longer you coach, the more experience you have. It's part of it. And not only that, Brett, there's a lot of money that goes out in the background that you guys don't necessarily know about. There's a lot of people that I pay and work with. I keep people on retainer. If I run into issues, I'm paying lots of great coaches to help me develop my own style. I'm learning from X, Y, and Z and combining things, making it my own. Lots of money I'm investing to be the best coach for you guys, right? So a lot of that is happening as well, which I'm incredibly grateful for that I can do. So all good shit. Christopher, only sad when coach withholds food. Apparently being up 6 pounds in a week is enough. Yeah. I don't purposely make you guys suffer. It's unfortunately a part of getting better. Yes, it is. Raymond, I love therapy. My therapist retired. I miss that lady. Your therapist retired. You literally were the reason she quit. It's terrible. Foxer, if that day. Shut up, Foxer. Chase Irons Fitness in the house. Speaking of steak, Tommy, we got to do a team dinner. I can see, a guy like Chase Irons. I can't even. I can't even pronounce this steak. Asador Bastion. It might ruin Texas Roadhouse for you, though. Bro, have you had those Texas Roadhouse rolls, man? That they they try to stuff you with these shitty. It's not shitty bread. It's good bread. It's good because I'm hungry. But they try to fill you up with this bread before they give you the shitty steak. So then you're like, "Oh, this steak's pretty good because I'm already fucking full of bread and butter." They give you that like cinnamon butter. I don't know. I haven't been to Texas Roadhouse in a long time. Oh man, that's funny shit. Okay, Bruce, I got you now, baby. Be Bruce. With all the knowledge and info out there on what to take to combat E2, why is there still amount of gyno out there? Here's the thing. There's multiple reasons. One, E2 is not the only way you get gyno. Two, if you got gyno from puberty, that shit's not going away. It's not going away. So if you have a pubescent gyno or whatever they call it, which I had gyno when I was 13, and obviously it just got worse and worse from using stuff, right? So gyno is not only just formed from E2. So honestly, Bruce, gyno is it's going to happen if you're prone to it. It really is. And I don't have any research behind this. I've talked to some very smart people who think I'm on to something, but it seems like a lot of men who their mothers or family members who are subjected, unfortunately, to the occurrence of breast cancer. My mom has unfortunately had breast cancer twice. I don't think there's no correlation that I had gyno during puberty and my mom having breast cancer. I don't think that those are not related, because I've had other guys who are very prone to gyno, and that's one of the things I'll ask them. And the more and more people I've asked, the more I see this connection. And maybe, just maybe, that it's because breast cancer is such an issue in women in this world, which is terribly unfortunate. So I don't fully know if there's a correlation, but I really strongly believe there is. So that's one, right? And I don't want to talk about gyno for like another hour, but you can get gyno from prolactin issues. You can get gyno from actually the IGF-1, being out of balance. Here's the thing about E2 that other people don't realize. E2 is just a number on blood serum. It's not a measurement of what's happening at the cellular level. You would need a Dutch test to know what your actual level of estrogen in the body is. So let's say your E2 on blood work is 20. And you're like, I should be good. Why do I have gyno? And your prolactin's in range and your progesterone's in range. Why do I have gyno? And then you have the resources to get a Dutch test, and you find out that your actual estrogen is incredibly high. So when guys say, I challenge people on this sometimes because, let's say you're getting ready for a contest, and why do you need to take a milligram of Arimidex a day? Or what's the point of just smashing estrogen? You guys are only thinking about blood serum numbers, right? There is serum at a different level, at a cellular level, right? You don't know what that fucking number is because you've never done a Dutch test, which is a dried urine test. That would be able to tell you the actual content of estrogen. So blood serum is only as good as what's in your blood. And our bodies are not just what's in our blood. There's things on the cellular level that we'll never know about. Just like IGF-1 is a poor number to assess how good your growth hormone is, because my IGF-1 never really gets over 300 on no matter how much growth hormone I take, no matter what kind of growth hormone it is. On a cellular level, I bet it's through the fucking roof. So yeah, I won't drag that on, but just different things to think about. The other thing is, and I'll leave you with this, just another thing to think about. Estrogen is not just what we're aromatizing, it's what we are or are not clearing, correct? So, yes, we can block the process or inhibit the process of aromatization of testosterone into estrogen. But on the same time, we can get the body better at eliminating estrogen through the gut, through the liver, through all these other pathways. So it's not just what's coming in or aromatizing into, we can clear estrogen and metabolize it better as well. So all things to keep in mind. Carl says, love you, brother. Proud of you. Yeah, sorry. You almost choked me up there. So you can get out of my live now. Smalls. What if a hysterical woman cuts you off after I understand how you feel? I'm asking for a friend, of course. Try it, Smalls. Feel, felt, found. Primitive in the house. Josh, my friend. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Chase Iron's still talking shit. Cinnamon butter they give. Yep. Texas Roadhouse rolls. You are all fat as fuck. Chase, there's a Texas Roadhouse in Chicago? In the suburbs, bro. In the suburbs. I'm sorry. Foxer's talking about steakhouse. Chase knows where the steakhouses are, my friends. You know, he does. He does. So he is the one. If I ever needed a suggestion on where to take my wife somewhere nice, assuming that she still likes me, I would ask him where to take her. Outside of Chick-fil-A and Jimmy John's, like the shit I'm craving right now. Small says, same here with puberty, gyno, and breast cancer. Yeah, I see so many correlations between it. And like I said, maybe I'm talking shit. I ran it past Victoria Felkar, who I do hold her opinion to a high regard, and she said there's probably something there. That's all she said. She's too smart to speak in absolute, so she wasn't like, oh fuck yeah, that's it. Like, she's too smart to do anything like that. Schaumburg has a Texas Roadhouse. Chase, I texted Tommy a map where the Texas Roadhouses are around here. Thank you. That is my tax bracket, Texas Roadhouse. I could probably afford some Ruth Chris. That one's pretty good. Mel says Texas Roadhouse is the bomb. Oh shit, you're all broke. You are all broke. If I if I raise my prices, I'm fucking, my business is going under. You Texas Roadhouse eating motherfuckers. Raymond said this is good info. I learned something new today. Yeah, blood serum is only blood serum. A Dutch test, a dried urine test, is the most accurate of what's going on at a cellular level. So yeah, keep all everything in mind, right? Also, there's so much occurrence of gyno because bodybuilders are broke and they can't afford the surgery. And that's okay. And some people are okay with it. I was not. I had to get the shit cut out. I still have a little bit. I'm probably going to leave it what I have because, like, I don't want it to look worse if he goes back in and fucks it up. So I'll probably leave what I have until it's so bad that I have to do it again. But a lot of bodybuilders are just broke or they're okay with the level of gyno that they have. Guys, a lot of people turn pro with gyno if it's not so bad. Jordan Hutchinson did. Lots of pros. I think Nate Spear had gyno. He turned pro with it. And so yeah. But yeah, there is, also people, they either don't care or they never caught it early enough or they were misguided. All that shit's a possibility. Primitive, I'd be really interested what a Dutch test would look like when my E2 feels high. Yeah, so would I. I've never done a Dutch test. So I'm not going to talk like I'm fucking hot shit. I've never done one. They are harder to order. They're actually very common in the veterinary world, for different animals and shit like that. Foxer, I was a fan of Charlie's Steakhouse and Burns Steakhouse in Tampa. Okay. Diesel Dave, if you could have any guitar, what are you going with? Diesel Dave, we have a limited edition Gibson Les Paul that my father left for my brother and I. There's no other guitar in this world that I would rather have besides that one. So we do have that one. It is in a built-in climate-controlled case in my brother's studio. So we got it, man. We got it. We got the guitar that I would go with. It's that Gibson Les Paul. It's about 85 pounds. Gorgeous guitar. It's the guitar on my calf, the tattoo on my calf. That's my father's guitar. So same one there. Brett's going to Texas Roadhouse for his skip load today. We used to go to Texas Roadhouse when the school gives out the coupons. kids eat free with one adult meal. I bet they do. J Money, I've never been to a Texas Roadhouse. I could never afford Tommy. Primitive, I gotta find a vet plug for Dutch test and EQ. Yeah, exactly. Raymond says Gibson over Fender all day long. I'm a big fan of Fender, but we grew up thinking or being led to believe that Gibson is the best. So my brother and I are large fans of Gibson guitars, but we also like our Fender products as well. American Stratocaster and the American Telecaster are great guitars, beautiful sounding guitars. Eric Clapton makes those motherfuckers sing, the very clean, good tones from Fenders. So yeah, I'm a fan of Fender, but Gibson is, in my opinion, the GOAT. Yeah, Diesel. Yeah. There's a fullness to Gibson, the way they sound. The my brother has a hollow body Gibson, a Les Paul hollow body. It's a great sounding instrument. Fucking Foxer's still talking about steaks. I gotta check that dude's diet. He's fucking, I don't know. He must be hungry. He needs more Retta. Someone send Foxer some Retta, please. Use code Tommy. Brett, the Les Paul is the most iconic guitar to ever exist. It could be. It's up there. Paul Reed Smith makes good guitars. Big fan of those. J Money, Eric Clapton is amazing. Listen to him before I could even walk. Yeah, we grew up with a lot of that stuff. Yep. We were exposed to all sorts of good diversity of music in our house. So music is my thing. Martin 12 string. Yeah, that's a very good instrument as well. Ovation makes good acoustic electric. Ovation has a good sound. They have the hard shell on the back. I was always a fan of Ovations. Joey, I think he has plenty of Retta stuff. That dude's got all sorts of shit. Yeah. Hopefully he's using code Tommy because yeah, he's got all sorts of shit stockpiled. I'm pretty sure he has an entire FDA warehouse at his home. Screw the steaks. I get high carbs today. Yeah, Diesel Dave be loading up on carbs. Pretty flat today. He is coming in on his show. His show will be on November 1st, the week before mine. So we're going to come in peaking around the same time. Good times, lots of fun. Chase, he does. I've seen his orders. Good. Yeah. Hopefully, Code Tommy's on there and he's feeding my son. David, Foxer has more stock than Omega in entirety. He doesn't need anyone sending him anything. Foxer, I'll never have plenty. I buy stuff paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, we know. Diesel Dave, I remember my dad showing me Randy Rhoads. Yeah, good shit. Playing the Icon Cream Les Paul. Yeah, and that guitar was bigger than him. Yeah, Randy Rhoads, absolutely ripping for sure. Have a 78 Les Paul Standard. Had it gifted to me from work. That's cool. Had it worked on in the tech set, it was refretted and brought the value down. Yeah, that happens. We have a 72 Explorer that my brother and I have to finish. It's like a bare bones right now. It's literally my dad stripped it down to essentially nothing. And my brother and I eventually want to send it to Gibson to have it completely redone. J Money, what's your favorite meal right now? Mm, you're gonna think I'm weird. Well, you already know I'm weird, but cream of rice and beef mixed together. Fucking come at me. That's it, bro. That's my favorite meal. I use either a brown sugar cinnamon cream of rice or I use a peanut butter cream of rice and I mix my beef in there and I eat it cold. And it's good as fuck. My other favorite meal is just as weird. It is buckwheat with one hard boiled egg and beef, all cold. Good shit. Tastes great. Those are my favorite right now. And then, of course, I'm a soy boy and I love my Ninja Creamies. I'm not going to lie to you, guys. I'm not too tough to love Ninja Creamies. Fucking sue me. Love them. Brett, you're right. I do think that's disgusting. Brett, you use Zin and you like Texas Roadhouse. So your opinion has zero value. Foxer, the core cream of rice cinnamon one reminds me of mince meat pie. Yeah, maybe that's why the beef goes well in there. I've never tried that, Joey. Fish and core. I'm not a huge fish fan. I do like shrimp though. Like, man, I had no idea how much I liked shrimp until AJ added that into my plan. Amy in the house, joining late, just in time to talk about favorite meals. Amy's taste in food is probably more strange than anyone I've ever met, so she understands my weird cravings. Joey, Costco has pumpkin spice bagels. Man, I would fuck with that 100%. I'm like, so I am lactose intolerant, but like cream cheese, I'm so incredibly less tolerant to for whatever reason. I cannot eat it. But back in the day, like when I first started kind of meal prepping and stuff like that, I used to do a bagel with pumpkin spice cream cheese, and that shit was out of this world. I will be back in 2 minutes because I have to pee, so you can all entertain yourself and listen to Brett say dumb shit. Tommy, have you ever put core in your creamy? Yeah, you can. I would cook it first. I would cook it, freeze it, and then yeah, I've done it before. It's good. Brett says Zims are good. Texas Roadhouse is great, and you feel like a valued guest. Man, shrimp and grits. Okay, I've never tried it, but I will because Diesel Dave normally has a good taste in food. Joey said, I've never heard anyone say they'd rather have salmon and rice over sushi until Amy did on her vlog. Yeah, that one I get though. That one I'm on board with her. Man, because like it's the same shit anyways. And it's good. It's good. So I'm on board with her on that. Carl, send me some good cheat night ninja creamy desserts when you get a chance. Yeah, I will, Carl. The other thing, dude, you can there's so much on the damn Google machine. But I don't do any like fancy I don't do fancy shit with them. So whatever my meal has for that last meal, like for example, my meal right now on training day is 150 grams of cooked potatoes with no skin. So I cook the potatoes, I blend them with the protein powder and the macadamia nut butter, and then I freeze that, and that's how I make my Ninja Creamy. I just mix in some water. You don't have to do all these thickeners and like crazy weird shit that everyone wants to do. Amy said, "Give me salmon skin and lots of plain rice cakes." No, I can't. No, Amy, I can't be on board with that. Salmon skin straight out of the air fryer is the bomb. Okay, I could see it. I could see it. Shrimp and grits is spectacular. There's this restaurant. Oh, Carl knows about this one. It's called Carl. What's that breakfast place out in Roselle? Southern Cafe, Southern Kitchen. I don't know. Carl will bring it up. That place is fucking awesome. That place. It's called Home of the Nasty Biscuit. And you can get this fucking dish that's like, man, it's just like this massive biscuit with like pounds and loads of gravy and sauce. It's probably 9,000 calories. Um, Carl and I used to go there for work meetings once a month. It's probably why he had to hire me. Too many nasty biscuits became a new source of income for me. Brett says Amy's food looks good in her videos. Yeah, that's because she takes the time to actually prepare them. And I've seen some of you guys are so fucking weird. Like, I'll prescribe like something as simple as like beef, rice, and veggies. And like someone had sent me a picture once, and it was their beef, their rice, and their veggies. I'm like, why wouldn't you make that one meal? Like mix that together. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, Joey, she puts in more effort than we do, Brett. Yeah, and guys, I mean, it's kind of worth it. It really is. I mean, making your food taste good is kind of worth it. It doesn't take that much more time. And then I don't get the emails. "Oh, I'm kind of bored of chicken and rice." It's like, no, you're just bored of the way you prepare your food because you fucking suck at cooking. So be less bad at it. Foxer, I'm curious, what's the benefit from no skins? He's talking about potatoes and removing the skin from potatoes. The skin is an anti-nutrient, and it's also harder on the digestive system. So we remove it so you don't have issues. Salmon skin is the bacon of the sea. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Foxer, I might need a bigger Retta dose. I'm salivating on the treadmill right now. Code Tommy. We'll get you whatever Retta you need, baby. Ship it out. We'll ship it out today. Promise. I will make sure it gets shipped to you today. Southern Cafe, that's what it is, in Roselle. There's probably a few other locations, but that place is the shit. Most of my meals end up in a single container, and I go to town with kitchen scissors. Yeah. Yep. My effort is in eating all the food, not in making it. Yeah, Joey, at some point when the food is just so, when there's just so much, like you just fucking care less. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Foxer said, well, thank you. Since starting with you, my GI has been on point. Yeah, I think it's a huge thing. And I do try to get that corrected for people. Dylan, my friend, as you progressed in size, did you ever develop sleep apnea? Yeah, I've had sleep apnea for a long, long time. Yeah. I would say, I mean, I'm not going to, I'll just bullshit. I think 85, 90, 95% of people have sleep apnea of some degree. So, yeah, I personally think most people should be using a CPAP. Austin says, as an anecdote for you, Foxer, I had terrible gas for months ago. We just removed the skin from the potatoes and it immediately cleared. No other changes at all. Dylan says, thanks. Yeah, Dylan, I really think. Sorry, my face is twitching from whatever. But yeah, I really think most people have sleep apnea to some degree. You can see it on blood work a lot of the times too. Potato skins hollowed out with butter, sour cream were one of my favorite. I'm guessing why I had GI issues growing up. Guessing that's not the only reason you had GI issues was from just your potato skins. I think you had some other problems going on. Yeah, Joey, I think we're using the same mask now. Let me know which one you're using. I'm using that. I think it's the AirFit 20 full face mask with like the magnetic straps. That thing's dope. Dope. Instant improvements when I switch to that. Chase wasn't kidding. He literally he sent me a screenshot of the map of Texas roadhouses in Chicago, and there's only like two. Oh, that's funny shit, man. Oh god, it's insulting. See, that's why I'm raising my rates. And it's just so I don't have to eat at Texas Roadhouse anymore. That's the real reason. Melting cottage cheese into white rice is pretty solid. I have no idea why you're fat. Well, you're not fat anymore. I have no idea why you were fat. No clue. Twice baked potatoes are so good. You guys are fucking disgusting. Foxer, I have that mask. I haven't tried it. Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, the F20. Yeah. F20 full face, memory foam. So I replaced it with the standard. Yeah, AirFit F20. It's got magnetic straps. Really easy to get on and off. That thing is the best. Dave says there's nothing good about Texas Roadhouse, especially the shitty country music. Agreed. Yeah, I think most people would benefit from a CPAP. Brett said, "How are you going to have a name like Diesel Dave and not like country music?" All right. What kind of questions you guys have besides just talking about being fat asses? What do you think? What's the final conclusion on what we thought about Nick Walker leaving Kyle? Was it merited? Was it with yeah, Brett? Haven't you been in here the whole time? That's the rumor, at least. Matt in the house. Glad I didn't miss it. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Oh, Brett said he got here on the tail end. Yeah, that's the rumor. We don't know like 100% for sure, but yeah, that's the rumor as of now. Brett said, I'm surprised on Fuad's podcast they were gonna keep trucking. Yeah, it was more what's his name? Ivan? Is that his name? Ivan? I think it's Ivan. He made a video. He went into like who Nick follows, and he couldn't find Kyle. Then he went into who Kyle follows, and he couldn't find Nick. So apparently, they may not follow each other on Instagram, but maybe they just don't want to follow each other on Instagram. Maybe they're still working together. I don't know. Dave says you got to give the guy another chance. Way too much switching around. I mean, who can figure out someone's body that quickly? Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Joey, do you prefer the 35-degree leg press or the pendulum hip press style? 35 degrees, that like a lying leg press, but not vertical. 35 degrees is like here. Or like a hip press style. Um for me, I like the pendulum and hip press. I just feel it's almost, I don't want to say too easy, but um yeah, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like the Cybex hip press is like the lightest leg press I've ever used. I can put like 19,000 plates on it, and like I just I'd rather not have to do that, you know? So normally I just use like a standard like 45, 35-degree leg press. And that's what I have at home. So I don't really have any other options right now. Um, there's things in the works about, a gym potentially opening up that I will be training at once that is open. Possibility of that gym having, lots of Gym 80 equipment and some really nice custom ordered, hand picked things. So potentially I might be training at a really well equipped gym next year, depending on how that all plays out, what the timeline is, things like that. So very excited for my off season, whatever you guys want to call it. Dylan said, interesting. I thought that was just something someone made up. And it could be. It could be Dylan. You never know. It's the internet, right? J Money, I feel like he had plenty of time to practice peaking for a night show. No, you don't. You don't. You can't practice peaking. So it doesn't seem like a great excuse. It is what I will say though, Jay, is like I just don't see how peaking for a night show is really that different or more difficult than peaking for a show that's in the morning. So no, I don't know if it's a great excuse, but it, I mean if he's just being transparent and he's really never done it and he ran into things he wasn't expecting, then I don't know, maybe. But like for example, like all of his NPC guys, he has to peak for finals again, but it's not that first initial look, which is very important. Brett said they don't follow each other. I could see them getting into it. Kyle is a hothead. Is he? I don't know. I don't know him. I didn't get a chance to meet him, unfortunately, at the Olympia. Um, he was busy with stuff, but I think I've heard other people say that. But to me, he seems pretty even keel. Um, but I don't know. I've been wrong about people before. Foxer, fine. I ordered more Retta. Okay, we'll get it shipped to you today. Good job. Joey said, "Yeah, it's a bigger workout just loading the Cybex squat press. It's so light at the top. You almost need like 100 bands pulling against it, for it to change that strength curve. Yeah, I like the Rogers hip press. Yeah, I like the Rogers hip press a lot. I've only used it a handful of times because there was one gym um, that had it, but the gym was about 40 minutes away, so I didn't train there all the time. But I would try to go there just for legs because they did have a lot of Rogers squat equipment that I did like to use. Mel Mack said, I also heard about Derek being near death. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know. Again, that's another thing. We just don't know the legitimacy of what people spew online. David says, speaking of new gym, the gym that I used to train at before COVID got shut down. Someone bought that building and is rebuilding and opening it this week. But you're moving to Chicago, so it doesn't matter. First bodybuilding focused gym in the area. IFBB fitness competitor and her husband, who's a bodybuilder, are opening it. That's cool. That's very cool. Brett said since he's more of a celebrity type coach, there's a lot of content and information about out there about him. Yeah, but that could also just be more people talking shit. And we don't know the legitimacy of their opinions, right? Because, like, now when you are like a celebrity type coach, more people want to try to bring you down and talk shit. Um, when you're, a no name coach like me, then no one's coming after me, no, which is fine. I'm good with it. But there's just a lot of eyes on Kyle, especially when you're coaching Nick Walker. David, you got to come to Chicago now that I'm here, says Raymond. Jay Money says, I'd love to come. Yeah, we got plenty of room here in Chicago. Come on down or up or out, whichever direction you are. Oh, I should have been more specific. I mean, like videos of him frying out on his athletes. Oh, like yelling at them, like um. Hmm. Jay says I'm debating things. What are you debating? What's there to debate? I can find you a job here. What do you do for a living? Let me know your skills, Jay. I'll find you a job. I'll find you an apartment. I'll get everyone to move to Chicago. I don't give a fuck. David, it's in the air. I'm probably coming out to watch Tommy's show. See you there. I will see you there. Amanda John, the wife, the leader, the backbone. Can you play us a little song on the guitar? I cannot. But thank you for your suggestion and for being here. Would be coming to the east. Oh, okay. Oh, Brett saying he gets pissed that they don't work hard enough and whatever. Okay. I believe Scott, our friend Scott thinks that too. Yeah, Scotty's told me a few things that he wasn't fond of. And Scott's a good guy, and I highly value his opinion on people. So when Scott doesn't like someone, I do hold that to a pretty good, standard. I think Scott's a good dude, and he has a good sense of people and if they're good people or not. So yeah, maybe then. Brett said, hopefully we're making our way out to Chicago too. Yeah, we got plenty of room here. Foxer said he was probably yelling at the Trend twins for sneaking cheeseburgers into his house. I do tile. Hard choice to leave family. I could find you a job. I'll remodel your bathrooms. My house is built last year, so they don't need remodeling yet. But if I know a lot of people who have homes here. I could get you work, or we could find you a different job. Diesel Dave headed to work. Have a great weekend. Thanks for the pod, Coach. Have a good day at work, Dave. We'll see you later. All right. Hour and a half in. No questions. We'll see if any roll in. Otherwise, we'll probably shut this down here pretty soon. I got a Mott C question. Okay. Is that your question? Amanda John, you are boring. Yep, you were silly enough to marry me. So what's that say about you? Don't know. Don't know what to tell you about that. What dosing do you prefer of Mott C? 1 milligram in the morning. What is the use case for it? I think you can use it all the time. See, Carl knows. Feel, felt, found. We understand that you think I'm boring, Amanda. And others have felt that way as well. But what I found is the more people listen to me, they realize that I actually provide a lot of good information. So there's that. Should you take a break from Motzi? Yeah, you could cycle it. You don't have to. You don't have to. I've been on it for quite some time now with no cycling. Joey says, how would you dose SS31? I've heard 1 milligram a day all the way up to 8 milligrams a day. I'm not sure where it's best. I haven't used it. 1 milligram is where I would dose it. That's pretty much where I am for most shit, dude. Depending. But like a lot of that stuff, like I'll make it real simple. If something comes in a 10 milligram bottle, I put in a milliliter of water and I just take 1 milligram of it, no matter what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? It's like, that's normally how I use most of those peptides. The SS31, I haven't used it. But yeah, 1 milligram would probably be where I keep it. To take 8 milligrams of really any of these things, I just don't know that I would, especially not that one. Amanda says hi, Carl. Um, Brett says I thought Kyle got Nick a great look at Pittsburgh. Nick has to do what's best for him, though, guys, and it's hard. It's hard for an athlete who just came off a loss, not only a loss, but just a contest prep in general. Guys, your brain is a little muddy, leading up to a competition and post competition. So, like, you're not always making really good decisions in that time period. Um, and there really should be some chill time. Like, get the fucking spray tan off you, get some food in you, give it a few weeks before you make any big decisions on certain things. One being leaving your coach. I've had scenarios where I've heard of other athletes leaving coaches at 6 weeks out. It's very, very common. And it's like, well, why are you leaving that coach? Well, I don't know. I'm not sure he's going to bring me in right. And it's like, I don't know. You look like you're in great shape. Yeah, but I don't know. He's being weird. And it's like, is that legit or is that just prep talking? A lot of that goes on, guys. And if you have never done a contest, then you may not know that. But if you have, you'll be able to relate to that. So yeah, it's like losing a loved one or something, right? They tell, like, women who are widowed, like, oh, hold on, don't just sell the house yet. Don't sell all your shit. Like, fucking just calm down for maybe a year and, like, settle and be calculated and don't just, like, make any crazy decisions. Prep is kind of the same way. Like, you have to just chill out for a second. You're hungry, you're probably tired. um, Lots of focus on the goal at hand. So you don't just want to let everything in life around you fall apart, and you get better at it over time. But these big name athletes experience that stuff too, especially when you're talking about prize money of $500,000. That's big shit, guys. That's their career. It's life-changing money. So there's even more pressure on them than my little NPC show I'm doing. And the feeling is still the same. On first cycle, I went from 196 to 220 in 6 weeks. Wow, so far. Body fat hasn't changed. Still visible abs. Is it all water? Not necessarily. Could a lot of it be tissue that fast? Some of it, yeah. There is mineral retention and nitrogen retention and glycogen, and there's a lot of other stuff going on. You're never going to keep everything, no matter what. You'll always be more full on gear. That doesn't mean you're just going to lose everything when you back down to, like, a maintenance dose or whatever. But yeah, no, it doesn't mean you're just going to lose everything. Matt said 1 milligram a day for SS31. 2 at the most is all people need. Yeah, I would agree. Austin, how do you deal with clients who are very drug focused? Man, I don't love it. I don't love it because it's such a small piece of the puzzle. And when clients are constantly trying to ask me to raise the dose, it's like if I thought you needed more, I would give you more, right? Because I want you to have the best results possible. And if I thought that meant you needed more gear, then I would add the gear, assuming that we're on the same page with your risk tolerance and things like that. So I'm not holding back on anyone. But if I don't think you need more gear, then the more gear is not going to be added just because you want it. And really, at one point, more gear is just more gear. And the food is what drives growth. So if there's plenty of food, you're growing, the workouts are great, your composition's still good. Why are we increasing gear? Why are we increasing gear? If the band sounds good, why are you turning up the lead guitar? The band sounds good, right? The levels are good. You know, the drums aren't too loud. The guitar is right where it should be. The lead guitar is a little higher, just so we can hear them rip that solo. The vocals is perfect. The backup singers are perfect. Why, in any scenario, would we fuck with that? Just because you want to? How do I deal with it? I just say no. I had one guy who I don't work with anymore because he couldn't follow a diet for more than 2 weeks. All he wanted to do was ask me when we can increase doses. I said, well, you can't even follow your fucking diet, so we're not increasing doses. There's literally no reason for you to fuck with the doses when you can't follow your diet, which is the most important thing. You can't even there was never a week where the box was checked at 100% for adherence to the plan. So people that are very drug focused, it drives me insane. It really does. How do I deal with it? I just tell them no. And if that's not good enough for them, then they can go find another coach. And no hard feelings. We'll part as friends. You don't get to ask me for shit. You don't get to ask me for more gear. And I'm not just going to give you more gear because you asked, hey, can I add this? Why? If you can give me a true reason why you want to add it, then okay, we can discuss it. But if you just want to add shit just to add shit because your buddy's taking it, it's not the reason you're not making progress. And if it was, I would use that lever at my disposal when I think it's the right lever to pull because you hired me to guide you properly, right? I don't know. Fuck me, right? What do I know? Amanda said you missed Brett's question. I ignore half of Brett's shit, but I don't recall missing a question. Brett, if I missed your question, ask it again. Brett said, I'm still kind of considering doing Summer Shred. Is that a show? Is that a contest? What is that? What is that? And using our starting pictures to compete in 50 pounds loss instead of 100 pounds loss. Let me know what that is, Brett. David said, I got a question. I know drugs are always boring. I like drugs as much as the next guy, but yeah, they are boring. What would be your go-to compounds for a high-level female competitor off-season, knowing diet, training, etc. are dialed in? Don't care about the doses. The friend asked me, and I'm curious what your thoughts are. Women are different because you need to figure out you need to figure out what they've used in the past, how they responded to it, what type of issues they had from it, and things like that. But I have a lot of women that do well on Primobolan. This is assuming that there's some sort of low dose testosterone in the background or a dose of testosterone. Some women can run more than others. A lot of women do well with Primobolan, Masteron. Some do well with Equipoise, Anavar. Some do very well with Winstraw. Um, Not a ton different than what I'm using for some of the men. Um, Personally, I've never had any women run Tren. Um, Personally, I've never done that. Um, does that mean I never would? I don't know. I don't know. But as of now, I haven't. I would have to know that they've done it before, and we both have to be comfortable with that and things like that. But yeah, those are normally pretty standard go-to. Kind of sounds what guys are using, you know. Obviously, the doses are very incredibly different, and they're all very individual. Man, I've had girls run 15 milligrams of tests a week, 20 milligrams of tests a week, with absolutely little to no side effects. And then some women at 5 milligrams a week, they start to feel uncomfortable, or the hair growth is too much, or they can even start noticing the voice deepening a little bit. Women are much different creatures than men when it comes to using a lot of this stuff. Um, but overall, the concept's the same. You just pick the ones that have worked well with them in the past. And the other thing is, um, you when you do introduce something, you do so as at a very, very low dose, like lower than you even think, and you just slowly work into it. Um, and yeah, you have to be careful with women because you will fuck them up for life. Guys, whatever, just fucking send it. Here's a bottle of test. You'll be fine. Shut up. Go away. Um, yeah, Mel. Yeah, if the band sounds great, you don't need to turn up that guitar. You don't need to add the drugs just because you feel like they're exciting, or you feel like it's the missing piece. It normally isn't. Normally isn't. Like I said, I just be on gear all the time, and you don't have to worry about it. Matt said, letting Tommy just run the show and allowing me to turn my brain off has made my life and prep so much easier. That's what I'm here for, guys. I that's what I'm here for. Brett said it's a show. Okay, yeah, then let's do it. Oh, like a transformation show. That's kind of cool. Yeah, let's do it. Let me know when it is. Scotty in the house. What's up, baby? What up, baby boy? He is my man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. We were just talking about you. We're on the same page, says David. That's what I told her. I'll send her this clip. Yeah, please do. Yeah. Scott says, I identify as a woman and feel great on 1.5 grams of test. 1.5 grams is about where I like to be too, Scott, to keep myself feminine. Soto in the house. What's up, everybody? Soto, what is up, my man? Amy saying hi to Scotty. Amanda said, the guy is sealing our patio. Good. Let me know how it looks. David said, I'm still trying to get her to hire you. Don't try to get people to hire me. If she wants to hire me, then she can. But again, I'm always sorry. My dog is pissed off at the guy sealing our patio. Yeah, I'm always very just like cautious because I don't want any coach to feel like I'm stepping on their toes or like poaching clients because there's a lot of guys out there that do that shit and I don't fuck with that. So if someone comes to me like, hey, I'm thinking about leaving my coach, I'm like, go talk to your coach. I don't want to even talk about this until you've had that conversation with your coach. You've given them proper, opportunity to re-earn your trust and business. I don't want to fuck with it. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not stepping on anyone's toes. I will never be a part of that shit. Um, when you have decided that your coach is no longer for you, you and your coach have had that conversation, you've decided to part as friends. Okay, now we can talk and now we can move forward. All right. I'm trying to text my wife to tell my dog to shut the fuck up. um yeah, David. Yeah, that's where I stand with that. And I don't want to fucking look. I don't want to be in the position that James Hollingshead put Tuttle, right? Um, I would hate that. I would hate that. I don't want to be the new coach, so just make sure that, that relationship is done. I don't want to be a fucking anything to do with that. So that's where I stand with stuff like that. Soto strength. How is prep going? Prep is prepping. We are doing good. No issues. Just cruising along. Just doing shit. Just bodybuilding. Currently 3 weeks out as well. Good for you, man. Good for you. Hopefully your prep is going well as well. Well as well. Joey, when a client in the off season is struggling with performance dipping in the gym, no pop or energy, would you add clean food? Would you add a cheat meal or would you pull a deload? Man, all of those are good options. And you could literally do them all. Honestly. Um, Struggling with performance dipping in the gym, kind of no pop energy. If they're like if they really are like losing desire to train, like, yeah, they need some time off. And that might be a good opportunity. Hey, like, I want you to take a few days off the gym. I don't want you to follow a non-training day diet, like maybe you're cyclic with their diet. Rather, I would give them like a deload diet specific to the time off in the gym. And I would have a bit more food in there than I would on like a non-training day. It would be something kind of in between a training day and a non-training day. And I would lean into fruits um, to help with mitochondrial health and antioxidants and bringing down inflammation. I would lower starches a little bit. Um, keep protein nice and moderate to high, fats just wherever you normally keep fats. And I would lean into, some a good amount of fruits and high quality foods, because you don't want to deload, but then be in a deficit like during the deload, because then you didn't really gain anything, in my opinion. So I think that would be a good time to pull back on the training, couple days of maybe not even going to the gym at all, add in some food in the form of fruits or high quality food, and maybe even the night before they're ready to go back to training, give them a clean load meal, something like whatever they enjoy, a home cooked meal, maybe sushi. Get them nice and loaded for that first session back, and then hopefully that brings back some pop and things like that. Might be a good time, since they're taking time off the gym, to pull labs and make sure everything looks okay there. Just to make sure you rule all that stuff out, that there's nothing underlying that you're missing. When they take that time off the gym, I highly recommend that you push the importance of, now that you have some extra time because you're not training, please sleep more. Please prioritize sleep, because you're not going to be training. So I know you have more time. I know you can get to bed at least 30 minutes earlier. So that would be another thing that I would lean into, Joey. So I would really kind of do a combination of all those things. Um, And then the other thing, Joey, that I would say is, you really just need to make sure, did you just have a bad day? Did you have a bad couple days? Is your performance really dipping? Is your energy really that bad? Or are you just having a bad couple days? How's life stress? Like shit like that is something to look at. Scott says, seriously, on 840 tests and no AI's primo EQ, my E2 came back at 19. Yeah, I'd live there all day long. I would live there all day long. That would be my TRT. 840 test, 840 milligrams of test a week with basically a 20 E2. I'm living there, dude. I'm living there. Scott, fuck, I would. This is what I would do. I would throw in fucking 10 milligrams of D-ball for 5 to 7 days at a time. Just hit a little bit of D-ball. Let that E2 creep up to 40 and then come off the D-ball for whatever, 10, 20 days, and then run it back. Throw some D-ball in there. Yeah. Everyone hates D-ball. It's fucking great. Especially when you're running 840 milligrams of test and you got a 19 estrogen level. Yeah, I'm playing with some D-ball. I'm going to do it. Amy said, hiring Tommy has been the best decision. I appreciate that, Amy. Thank you for your kind words and your trust, as always. Amanda John, sorry about Shelby. Yeah, Shelby is just protecting us from the man sealing our patio, apparently. Scott says, hey, Amanda, shut the dogs up. Pretty much. David said, Amy, I couldn't agree more. He's amazing. Appreciate you guys. Don't know what I do to deserve that, but I will take it. I will take it. Amy says, I'd be happy to talk to her if she has questions about Tommy's coaching. Appreciate you, Amy. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, there's no pressure from anyone. I don't. My life will go on if you don't hire me. I like when you do. I like to work with people who, share the same mindset and drive as me. It makes me better, and that's why I do all this stuff. It's just I like to do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Yep. Yeah, that's what I would be. That's what I'd be doing, Scotty. I would get yourself some D-ball, young man. Let it fly. Send me some post-workout pump pictures. Smalls says, TJ Flannels, when? It's about that weather, isn't it? I'll talk to David and see if he'll make some flannels for you guys. Oh, man. Okay. Definitely take flannel. I'm setting up a storefront soon. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll roll it. We'll roll it. We'll get some merchandise for you guys. Oh, David wants me to show the back of this shirt. This shirt's cool as fuck. And no, I don't have like some crazy back double or anything. But the fact I'm on this site, the fact that my logo actually almost looks like my back double is kind of cool. So David made me these for the Olympia, which was incredibly sweet and thoughtful and just a very cool shirt. So hopefully you can see this. So yeah, that's very fucking cool logo. So probably something moving forward um I could use, because like yeah, the silhouette of the back double, the TJ triangle like fits in there kind of cool. So yeah, I thought that was man, not only was it obviously thoughtful and wow and just like incredibly nice for a friend to do for you, but The fact that the logo's like pretty fucking cool was also great. Make sure you make them 4XL. Man, I might be able to get in a 4XL this off season. We'll see. That's my goal. It's funny, like sometimes when I order merch and shit, like for Tommy John coaching, I'll send Chase some shit. And like I normally send him like a 3XL. And every time I do, it's so fucking big. Cause like I bought these Carhartt sweatshirts once. And I'm like, I normally wear like 3XL sweatshirts. And then of course I get this thing and I'm swimming in it. And I give Chase one, and like he's, I'm like, dude, this dude's gonna think like that I'm just sending him big shit all the time. He's gonna be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah, the silhouette's very cool. Scotty said back looks huge through that shirt. Nah, not so much. One day. One day. Just keep showing up, showing up, showing up, showing up. But just be better each year, right? That's all I can do with my average genetics. It's okay. It's okay. I'll make it one day. Beanies. Beanies too, says Mark. Yeah, we'll look into that. Yeah. When you win your show, do you plan to buy a GT500 after? Maybe. Not during winter. Maybe next year. Scott says, goodbye. Love you, Tommy. Got to take the doggos to the new vet. Goodbye, Scotty. Love you too. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Hopefully, you guys have good weather out there. I don't know what it's like by you right now, but we have some good weather today. So, good luck with the doggos and enjoy, my man. Jonathan, my man, what are the pros and cons of fasted cardio, if any, or is there a preference based? Yeah, I don't know. I like fasted cardio. It's not mandatory though. It's not mandatory, but it is. I like it. That's all I'll say about it. But no, it's not mandatory. I just I like the feeling of it, just having the stomach really empty and get the first sweat of the day going, get the endorphins flowing, kind of set a standard for the day. As far as like, is it more beneficial to burning fat and stuff? I don't know. I don't really think so. I don't think it makes a huge difference, but I still prefer it. I still prefer it. But right now I'm not doing any fasted cardio. So I train in the morning though. Um, fasted walks in the morning are good too, outside of cardio, right? But yeah, I don't think there's a huge pro or con. There's no con to doing fasted cardio. I don't see anything wrong with it at all. But the pros, yeah, I mean, let's say it burned, you know, a 1/4% more. Even that's overzealous. Like I really don't think it's something. I don't think it's make or break. I don't think the difference between doing cardio fasted and not fasted is the reason that people aren't in shape. Let me put it that way. I don't think that's the difference between being in shape and not being in shape. No, not technically, Paul. Paul's asking, is it technically still fasted cardio after a pre-workout drink while sipping EAAs and electrolytes? It not technically, but I wouldn't fucking penalize you for it. But no, not technically. Um, but who cares? Because like when I would do my fasted cardio, um, no matter what, I have a morning digestion drink that goes down um, first thing in the morning. All my pills and my morning digestion drink are the first thing that I consume upon waking. I literally have it in my bathroom on the sink, ready to go as soon as I wake up for the day. Um, so if I was going to do, or when I do fasted cardio, I still drink that drink first. And then 15, 20 minutes later, I'm doing my cardio. So yeah, not in like, in a technical sense, no, you're not fasted anymore, but you're not fed either, right? You didn't eat food. So yeah, but in like the fullest technical term, no, you're no longer fasted, but I don't care about that. Soto, your thoughts on injectable carnitine? I like it. I use it. I use it. I use it year round. How big of a Smalls Austin says, how big of a deal do you think certain seasonings play an impact on digestion? Garlic and onion base. Yeah, yeah, they do. It depends on the amount, of course. But they do. They 100% do. Um, in my opinion, in my experience, they do. Um, I try to avoid both those. There's so many good seasonings out there without those, you know. Um, and there's a lot of good sauces too. Like, I don't season any of the meat I cook. I don't use condiments either right now. I just use salt. Um, but there's a lot of good sauces out there that don't contain garlic and onion. Carnitine was my gateway drug, says David. This all started with me joining the homebrew membership to brew carnitine. Yeah, carnitine, I like it. Um there's different opinions on it, but I've always used it. I like it. Back in the day, it used to be a bit more painful, but I don't really get any issues with it anymore. Is it the difference between being in shape and not being in shape? No, but it works. It definitely works. I use it anywhere from 600 to 1200 milligrams pre workout is how I prefer to use L-carnitine. Um, I do want carbs in the meal that I'm using it with. And if there wasn't, there never would be because it's pre-workout, so there's always carbs in that meal. I would, I'm not recommending this. I would use a very small amount of insulin, like 2 IUs of Humalog, for example, with my L-carnitine. Not a recommendation. Matt said 1 milliliter pre-morning cardio, 1 milliliter pre-workout gets it done every time. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about L-carnitine is it can stink. It can smell like fish, which is kind of gross. But I train in a basement alone. So I stink all the time and I'm all good. It don't matter. So yeah. Yeah, thumbs up on L-carnitine from me. A lot of my clients are running L-carnitine. What else we got? We're 2 hours in. I finally get to eat soon. Definitely hungry after that high day yesterday. Brett, am I your most special client? You're not. You're special to me, but I have some very special clients. some very unique individuals who chose me as their leader. That's a shocker, he says. No, it's not. Will there be an anabolic gain if I move to Illinois and live with Ray? Yeah. Yes. Bro, I'm going to get better now that Ray's here because I have someone young and hungry and wants to train and wants to push me. And I'm going to fucking get better now that Ray's here. And so tell me he's not going to get better. And tell me you wouldn't get better if you were here. Guys, that's big life shit. To literally move, pack up everything and move to go fucking train with someone that you look up to. Like, not only does that flatter me, guys, that's big shit. That's big shit. That's the type of shit I would have done 10 years ago. That exact thing that he just did, I would have done the same fucking thing because that's what we do. That's what we do. We do whatever it takes to get better. That's the type of shit I want to be around. That's the type of shit I need in my life. Anything else is just fucking noise. I don't need any bullshit. I only want to be around people who want to get better and who they're going to do whatever the fuck it takes to get better. Otherwise, you and I, we have nothing in common. We never will. Paul, do you know what about anabolics causes the night sweats? Starting to get them on the regular now. What are you taking, Paul? Depends what you're taking. And it's not always just the anabolics. It could be something diet related. David said, "Are you going hypo?" Yeah, something like that. Matt said, "I'd move to Chicago, but it's hard to give up cheap ass rent I'm paying." Yeah, I get that. Dylan said, "That's an amazing point of me wanting to train with you even at 4 a.m." I'm not even training with Raymond yet because I'm in prep. And I told Raymond, I said, I'm not fucking with prep right now. Sorry. Love you, but I'm not changing a damn thing right now. Test DECA GH. Do you have blood work, Paul? The DECA can cause night sweats, in my opinion. Yeah. If your blood work looks good, then I would probably point fingers at the DECA unless you've ran it before. And this is like a new thing, but yeah, nandrolones tend to make me get night sweats and like literally every other fucking side effect. They just hate me. They hate my guts. Literally my guts too. Like fucking NPP will fuck up my stomach. Soto says nicotine is the best digestive aid. I don't know about that, but it is certainly the best appetite suppressor. Between nicotine and Retta, I could not eat for the rest of my life if I wanted. Yeah, Paul, unless you're married to that DECA, I would drop it. Yeah, I haven't had any night sweats this year. Like a little bit, just like getting warm at night, but not like fucking sweating through the sheets like I have before. Yeah, slew will fucking crank up your body temperature. That shit's sweet. All right, you guys got 2 minutes to ask questions, and then I'm shutting this down. I gotta go get a meal ready. Get a meal rolling. Not sure which pod it was where you were talking about how carbs night before bed cause you to wake up in the middle of the night. It's not carbs, it's the type of carb. Some carbs will keep you sleeping. And it's not just carbs, it's also electrolytes. Can you explain if you remember? Yeah, so if you have a blood sugar dump in the middle of the night, you know, if you technically go hypo, you'll have a blood sugar dump and you'll have to wake up to pee. Do you track HRV and consider it for clients? Yeah, it's important. I don't track it as close as I do nocturnal resting heart rate, but they're correlated. What kind of editing are you wanting to do on your videos? You brought it up last week. I really just need like any type of helpful clip from, when I do these, Brett. Um, that would be like good information to put out, like whether it's like a 1 minute clip or something that I can post wherever on Instagram or, my stories. Maybe have subtitles in there so people can read them. Um, like those AI generated clips that people make. That's something I need to do just so I can get some of this info out there. Um, so yeah, that's the extent of what I'm looking for right now. And then I'm going to start trying to, like, anytime a client asks me a question, I'm going to try to hop on the camera quick and answer the question so then I can put that on YouTube. Um, so we can start to build a database of like frequently asked questions. So then when that question does come back up, I can just send someone a link um, to me already answering it, right? If that makes sense. Feel free to reach out. I've been doing shit with media computers for all my life. It's my job. Yeah, I will, Brett. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, it would be a lot of work for you because you'd have to go through these fucking 3 hour lives and clip out stuff that makes sense or that you see value in. So it would be a lot of work, but yeah, we'll talk about it. Brett said I got time. Between all those Texas Roadhouse visits, you got time still? Damn. My job right now is 8 hours a week worth of work, and I'm on salary, so I'm pretty bored all the time. That's a good problem to have. All right, I am logging off here because I got a call at 2 o'clock, and I gotta get a meal in before then. So, if you guys think of anything, any questions, anything like that, leave them in the comments. Jay said would be easiest to listen in the lives and make timestamps. Yeah, Jay. And then but those timestamps, I want to be able to grab that clip and put it on my Instagram or whatever, right? Um, yeah, I love corn. Yeah, I'm good with corn for fucking 3 a.m. workouts. Hell yeah. Um, oh yeah, I see what you're saying, Jay. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. This was fun. Gave me Give me a lot of entertainment. Hopefully, you guys learned something. Happy Friday. Enjoy your families. Be grateful for your families. Be grateful for your bodybuilding and everything like that. So, again, always thanks for your trust, support. ChaseIronsForum.com. All my discount codes are in my Instagram profile. I try not to put the website out a ton on YouTube. Like I said, I'm not huge, but I don't want them to shut down my channel. Even with my small following, I still would like to make my following larger at some point. So cool. Thank you guys. Let me know if you have comments. Leave those below. Share the video with someone if you want. And let me know if you need anything. Awesome. See you guys.